Hey, what's up, beautiful souls? It's me, LC, and I am grateful as always to be here for this Winning Wednesday live. We're going to talk about some amazing things this morning. We're going to talk about the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and how to change both. We often ask ourselves these questions. Why can't I change my life? I want to change so bad, and it seems like no matter what I do or how many goal lists I write or how many gurus I follow or how much praying I do or anything, it just seems like I just can't achieve that change. Well, I've been there. Sometimes I'm still there, so I'm so grateful to get to come and talk to you all about this morning. Now, let's get a little bit of housekeeping out of the way so we can get to this live Winning Wednesday. If you're watching from the YouTube channel, thank you. I really appreciate you. We're working hard to grow that platform. So if you're not already a subscriber, head over to Recovery Soul Food at youtube.com. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification and push all so that you know when we put up new live videos. Now, we do this Wednesday mornings and Sunday evenings now at 8 p.m. Eastern. So we're growing a lot of stuff there, and we're going to start doing more once my work season kind of calms down a little bit. But I'm in great collaboration with Breakthrough Hypnotherapy, my good friend Pamela Top Gym. So also remember, if you're a Recovery Soul Food listener, then make sure you go check out Breakthrough Hypnotherapy on Facebook. You can go to hypnobreakthrough.com and get with Pamela and just tell her that Recovery Soul Food sent you, and she's going to give you an amazing gift in that you're going to get a free full session of hypnotherapy. Now, go talk to Pamela because a lot of times people have things in their mind about hypnosis and hypnotherapy, and it's all just rumors and myths. So go talk to Pamela. It can really help you. And it goes along with what we're going to talk about today with why we can't achieve change just because we want it bad. So you guys know that I love you. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure to share this video out and let's grow our message. We have a recovery message here on Recovery Soul Food that's about deep healing. It's less about recovery language because listen, the habit, the substance, whatever it is that has brought you into a place of recovery, it's just a small byproduct of much deeper issues. And here on Recovery Soul Food, we talk about the much deeper issues. I believe with all my soul that we can become recovered, that we can suffer from addiction before we know how to heal from the inside out, and from then we can walk this earth as happy, whole, and healthy human beings. So that is our whole purpose here on Recovery Soul Food. So if you all are ready to get into this Winning Wednesday live, why can't I change? Then I am, and let's get to it. And maybe we're not going What's up, beautiful souls? I'm so grateful to be here with you. Listen, we're trying to get used to doing things old school, man. Coming back to this whole thing, it's a learning curve, and I'm grateful to be doing it. It's such an amazing opportunity. So, good morning, Joni Faulkner. Good morning, Jennifer Hatcher, my beautiful friend, Pamela Marie Topjian. I love you, Livy LaDonna. It's so good to see you. For anyone who is here on another platform that I haven't seen, good morning, good morning, good morning. Whenever you watch this, just know that I love you. StreamYard only shows me so many. And for everybody that'll watch this on the replay, thank you. Take the time and put hashtag replay play down in your comments so that we can come along and thank you for being a part of our family and welcome you to the family if you're new. So why can't I change? That's the biggest question that I used to ask myself is I don't want to be this way. I don't want to think these thoughts. I don't want to react in this way. I don't want to be miserable every day. I want to change. And, I would spend money, buying programs that would guarantee me change if I went through this program. I spent money on rehab facilities that guaranteed, we would that I would change, that I could beat addiction, that I could overcome addiction. And every time I would come up short. I would find myself being able to do a little bit. Hey, Tanya, I'd be able to achieve a little bit of change, but it wouldn't last. And every time I would go back down, I would go down a little bit farther. And I would just feel even more hopeless. And I know that I'm not alone in this situation because a lot of us do that. We try to change basically the external. We try to change what's on the surface. We're not aware that there is a mind that is much deeper within us than this just conscious thinking mind, this logical thinking mind that says, if I take all these steps, and speaking of steps, if we're talking about recovery, how many times have you had to work the 12 steps before it actually takes hold? And if you ask anyone in the 12-step program, it's rarely anyone that just got it on the first try. It's because so many times we're not talking about that subconscious mind. We're not talking about that mind, that internal program that is really and truly running our lives on a day to day, moment to moment basis. I was messaging back and forth with a beautiful friend of mine yesterday and the day before, and she brought up this situation that happened. It was a She had this memory from her childhood, and out of nowhere, the other day she was driving down the road, and for whatever reason, that memory, or it was a song from her childhood, actually just began to play in her mind. And she she couldn't get rid of this. She couldn't get rid of the memory. And she was just perplexed at, like, why is this coming up now? And we began to talk deeper about it and would be willing to bet that it was the same time, same season, because she said it was in the summer in her childhood. And if we go back and look, it was probably the same time, same day. You see, our subconscious mind has these triggers that maybe our conscious mind doesn't know about. Sometimes it's why we get triggered out of nowhere. We can smell a smell and be triggered. I know that in times past, whenever I was going trying to get clean and would go through detox, if you're going through opioid withdrawal, many of your senses wake back up. And I remember my sense of smell would just be so intense that everything would just make me sick. And still to this day, I can catch a smell that reminds me of that. For the longest time, the smell of coffee reminded my whole body, my whole system of that time during detox, and it would send me into that same place. Now that's how powerful the subconscious mind is. And we use words like subconscious mind, and people go ahead and click off and they say, oh no, this is new age, I don't want to hear it. But it's not new age. This has no affiliation with any type of new age, spirituality, religious, nothing. This is just truth about who we are as human beings. Our soul is basically our subconscious mind, and it is running our program. We can put things in our mind and we can absolutely stab at trying to change. We can have a goal and write it out and be so serious and committed to achieving that goal. And then somewhere along the way, we start to feel like we're just not getting there. It can be frustrating, and it can stop people from trying, and it can really cause a sense of hopelessness. And I want to tell you that trying to just go through this mind doesn't go all the way down to the program. And I want to help you today learn how to go all the way down to the program. There's a lot of stuff we can fix on the surface, but if we don't fix what's underneath, you see, every memory you have is stored within you. We use words like, I've got a terrible memory, and it's because it's just not at the forefront of our mind. But we truly haven't forgotten anything. In fact, it's stored somewhere in our hard drive, and it's the hard drive of our subconscious. And when we set out for change with our conscious mind and we start putting the steps out and we start going towards the steps, we are excited about that change. But the subconscious knows you, truly knows you from the inside. And its main goal and purpose is to keep you in line with your true beliefs. Not what your mind tells you you believe, but what you truly believe, generally about yourself. We can say all day long, I believe in myself, I believe I can achieve this. But your subconscious is going to trump you. Your subconscious is going to pull your card. It's going to call bullshit when bullshit is on the table. But we can retrain that to now become a new belief system because, as we know, a current belief system is only a thought that has been thought over and over and over again until it has seeped down into that subconscious and become a belief system. And so your subconscious at this point, while you're trying your best for that change, is still holding you in that place of comfort. Because even though on the surface it feels uncomfortable, you're in this bad relationship, you're in this toxic situation, you're there, and you want to change, your subconscious, your nervous system is comfortable in that place. It's why so many people say, I've been trying to change for 10, 15, 20 years, and it's just not available to me. Well, what's happening is there's a disconnection between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is trying to drive you in directions that your subconscious does not believe. And until it believes what you're trying to move towards, it's never going to let you get there. So, what's the answer, Elsie? What do we do in this time? We got to start changing. Let's go straight to the root. We have to start changing that subconscious. We have to not start here and start way down here. We have to start in that pit of the stomach, in the soul, where your subconscious truly lives, your default programming lives, and begin to work there. There are many things that are helpful for this. Hypnotherapy is one of them because hypnotherapy actually calms your conscious mind, that monkey mind, that running mind, that mind that sits and tells you all the things you got to do, the mind that won't shut up, the mind that keeps bringing you back to past memories, past happenings, trauma, whatever it is, triggers. It puts that mind at ease and then speaks directly to that subconscious mind. Affirmations are an amazing, amazing way to start to reprogram the subconscious mind. But affirmations are not going to get you there in a hurry because you're already speaking affirmations to yourself when you say stuff like, I'm an idiot, when you say stuff like, I can't do this, when you say stuff like, I'm not strong enough, I have no willpower. All the little things we say to ourselves when we think that our words don't really hold much meaning. But our words are our prophecy. And what we say about us is what the subconscious hears and what it begins to believe. What we say about others also is what our subconscious hears and believes about them. And so our words are the most powerful. If you are a religious person, it begins in the Bible. It tells you how important words are. The world was created by the power of the word. And all throughout our our lives, we've spoken a lot of things over ourselves. And so affirmations will take time. And I think that there is all of this stuff that you can pull together and really just start diving into change at the subconscious level. Start asking yourself, when you find yourself in one of those triggered moments where you find yourself in a moment that you are now taken back to a place you don't want to be, instead of trying to get rid of that and push it away or push it down or talk about it, you don't want to go to that person and talk it out. First, talk it out with yourself. Ask yourself, why does this bother me so much? Talk to yourself about, where does this live in me? Why is it still here? What is it trying to help me with? What is it trying to talk to me about? Start to really get to know you and what these things represent in your life and what lessons they are trying to teach. You know, the earth and our walk upon it is just a big school. It is here for lessons of our souls. And it's like this university for the soul, this whole process. It's why we're in lesson after lesson after lesson. It's why we're in these roller coasters of happy sad, or everything's good, oh everything sucks, and everything's good again. And there's always something to be learned. When we take out of the equation that life is out to get us, and we come to realize that in every situation, there is an opportunity for growth, for learning, for evolution of our soul, to move to that next level of humanity. Then it starts to take that real personal attack away. And see, when we feel attacked in any way, shape, or form, we are going to react in whatever way that is, whether we run, whether we fight, or whether we just deny. And I'm learning myself right now to learn how to ask those questions. What about this situation bothers me so much, and why? What about this person bothers me so much, and why? And I'm having to learn how to relax my body and myself with just 3 deep breaths in any moment you've got time for that. I promise you. And then to release it, not deny that it's happening, not pretend it's not tell myself some good spiritual, mantra that all is well, but to truly release it and realize, in the scheme, in the bigger picture of my life, what does this really mean? Does the guy that cut me off, who doesn't even know me, does he get to have my day, my peace, my sanity? Was it really an attack upon me? Is what my family does that I see as being very unhealthy or very toxic, does it really have to affect me? And why is it so important to me anyway? You see, I've had myself wrapped up in just pure trauma and drama for the past week, so much that it's made my body sick. And that I am still dealing with the tail end of that sickness and that pain, that it is still here. And it's right in my power center, right in the top of my stomach. And that is your power center. That's where you rise up from. That's where you feel your power emerging. That's where you hold it. So a lot of times when you have gastrointestinal problems, start looking at your stress level. Start looking at your thought processes. Start looking around at your triggers. What are you letting yourself be so bothered about? And in the big scheme of life, does it really matter? How many little things are you making big things in your life right now because you're pulling them in to be personal? And how many of the big things are you holding on to because you don't know who you'll be without them? This is real stuff, y'all. It's real stuff that we're going through every day, whether we realize it or not. But the greatest place to start is awareness. To begin to ask yourself, these questions. And when you're moving towards something and you want to change something so bad and you keep going after it and you're just not achieving it, sit down with it and really go within. If you search yourself, you will find so many of the answers that you are outwardly asking, because all the answers truly do lie within us. We are our own gurus. Most of the information that we need is already living in our soul, and we just have to uncover it. And then we have to learn how to trust ourselves enough to go with it. How many times do you feel led to do something, and yet you will ask 15 people whether you should do this or not? And all 15 have a different answer. And then you're really confused. But or how many times has your soul told you something, your intuition told you to do something, and you second guessed it and did the opposite? I can't tell you how many jail cells I've been sitting in when my intuition told me no, and I did it anyway. See, in active addiction, we learn how to not trust ourselves because we say stuff like, I don't have the power. I don't have the willpower to, fight this thing. I'm not enough. I'm not strong enough to fight this thing. And we begin to distrust ourselves. And it takes a while and a lot of awareness and the work to start to move into total trust for ourselves. So if you have one of these situations in your life today, where you really want to change and you're just not getting it, search your subconscious. Find out what you truly believe about what it is you're going after. Do you truly feel good enough to achieve that goal? Do you truly feel worthy to be that version of yourself that you are walking towards? And don't ask your head, ask your heart. That's where the true answer is. And don't be afraid if you get a negative answer from there. If you find out that your self worth really isn't where you want it to be, you cannot perform past the level that you believe that you are able. And start working on those belief systems. Sometimes the goal will have to sit up here while you work down here at the root system. Every tree you walk out and look at, from the tallest to the shortest, first grew a root system before it came up out of the ground. And its root system, it feeds every single moment. Because if those roots are not strong, that tree will not stand, no matter how tall and beautiful and big it looks on the surface. So, as we are talking about here, creating true internal deep healing, we've got to be willing to go to our roots. And you have the amazing power and ability to do that. Don't be afraid to get to know you. So today, start with awareness. Today, get real with yourself. Don't feel bad and guilty and all that, but explore those emotions, explore them. Find out where their roots are. And then relax and release those things. As you do that, you're feeding your root system. You can achieve all that you dream to be. In fact, it would not be in your dreams if it wasn't meant for you to achieve. Understand that. You don't have random dreams in you. You have a vision of your destiny and what is possible for you. So see your opportunities today. Visit your subconscious and begin to work there to change those belief systems about you. And then you just watch how those things that you're working towards actually come and find you. We should work less, attract more. That's my goal anyway. So I love you guys so, so much. I got to get out of here and go to work. But join me and my beautiful friend Pamela Topjian of Breakthrough Hypnotherapy this Sunday night 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Recovery Soul Food YouTube channel and the Transgender Mentor YouTube channel, as we are going to continue our discussion from a couple Sundays ago just about humanity, love, and acceptance. We're really diving into some really diverse topics. We're going to have Eric McCoy the following Sunday on the 25th join us in this discussion. And he is the host of the amazing podcast High While Clean and the outstanding LA Talk radio program called What Were You Thinking? So I am really honored to share a platform with both of these human beings, and I can't wait till Sunday night. So y'all join us. Remember, Recovery Soul Food at youtube.com. Go like, subscribe, turn that bell notification on so you won't miss one single thing. I truly, truly love you guys, and I can't wait to see you again. Y'all have the most amazing winning Wednesday of your entire life. Why? Because you choose to. And yes, you are that strong. I love you, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.